We are live. It is Week 8, game number 4 of the 2021 NFL season. It is between the New York Jets going up against the Kansas City Chiefs from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Guys, I'm right I have a long day at work, so I'm going to let this go and see you all after TV.
We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Sam Darnold and the New York Jets. It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. That'll be taken about a yard deep. But he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Chiefs offense coming out here and bringing him onto the field. The most valuable player of last year's Super Bowl, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
They often say you can't force situations. You just have to let them happen organically, and that's exactly what happened in Kansas City as Patrick Mahomes took over as the quarterback and has become the face of the franchise in the NFL as we now move into the 101st season. 4th year in the league, already has an MVP, a Super Bowl title, and a Super Bowl MVP on his resume. 3 huge games in the postseason last year, 10 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and 2 more on the ground. He just keeps getting better and better. And every time you watch him play, you want to see more.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. Into the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there in the first down. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying, we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to follow the ball to him.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Not that time for Watkins, but it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, go to key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defense just...
Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Yeah, 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because the running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and it often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field, That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
But I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up the 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Look at it, move the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. A first carry down. This is Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating for the red zone now, Mahomes. They'll find Williams on the slant. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Got the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be a 10-point here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field strength has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body, getting to him before he can get started.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So then a 13-play drive in total. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy there at the 24. The Jets offense ready for their first possession, and they are led by the 23-year-old from USC in his third year now, quarterback Sam Darnold.
Year 3 now, Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback of the New York Jets. And as you might expect, some ups and downs along the way. That's what happens with young quarterbacks. Last year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through sickness and injury. But the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him more protection moving forward.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Got him in. It's Rashad Perriman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 41, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could by completing the play.
They run with Bell on first down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards.
Does a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 25 on second down, Darnold. Nowhere to turn here, he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The big running man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, that takes stuck out a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tyrann Mathieu normally in for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
On fourth down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets. Mecole Hardman, Pro Bowler last year as a rookie, is deep for KC. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It could be an exact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, they just shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, Parker. The drive starts with a completion left side, and they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? Just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man open, it's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 in the first down.
So many times in my career, coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Mahomes can swing it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete.
You know, I've been very good about checking my math. Am I correct correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete from the opposing team.
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on a slam. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And here he'll get it down to 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Obviously, the big news of the day for the Giants was we're going to talk about last week's game as well, but we'll start with kind of the news since then. We found out yesterday, or 2 days ago maybe, I think it was yesterday, that Daniel Jones now has a second injury to his other leg. I think it was a sprained ankle, and maybe that was
now it's Mahomes again, and that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. To Marcus Robinson. They're the make the ground, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
There's not much as targeted football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a touch, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the eight ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one along an 11-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting point. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on taking away. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. But we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Down in the shotgun, here's Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Darnold on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A final shot before the break. Darnold going deep now for Herndon. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up down at the 2. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime and our score 14-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Returnable here for Davis. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say not get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had to halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. 3 yards the game there, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On second down now, it's Bell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Carried there by Le'Veon Bell. He's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he's one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing, and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun, completes it right side to Dodson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind. And this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Dodson. And that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on the drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out. Pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Time for another look at Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl champs. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right to the yard.
That's tough to play his own defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we can talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the G's, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Damien Williams was dinged a little bit in 2019 in Kansas City, brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement it. But when healthy, Damien Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind it and carried it all the way to the end zone.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Look to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And here he brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter what's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 in a Kansas City 1st down. Hey, we know Pat Mahomes can run it. We saw him right there, but you get the sense when he takes off, every Chiefs fan is just saying, hey, be careful.
You get the sense, right, that everyone's holding their breath.
Yes.
And no one's exhaling until he gets up. Well, that makes perfect sense. But the reason that play works well for him when he decides to keep it and run, because of respect for his arm. He throws it so well and so often that when he does make the decision to run, it's usually wide open.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking left side for White. He's got it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Now he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Again, it's Williams. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Shotgun snap to Mahomes, and he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mahomes had his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown. Booker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive goes full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. We covered it. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. A first down throw, Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. 7 yards to pick up there. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores. Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win? To throw again on second down, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Cool under pressure right there, keeping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target. And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they're on purpose. Then they need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of out of the pocket. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. Darnold to throw again. Looking left side and got a man. That's Bell. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Darnold completes it, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Bell. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know it's a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Stop shy of the 45. Showing off a nice little move on the play, though. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. You got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards of 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting better point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on 1st down, they did that, +3.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But the absolute pitch is shut out, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? The total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Guys, they have it. The Chiefs are winners, 21-0 over the Jets. Go ahead and show. I'll be back tomorrow with another live show. Tomorrow's I took a vacation day tomorrow, so should be doing a lot of live showing tomorrow, hopefully. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.